Hello, it's me. I'm back. Hey, so guess what? We have some easy A's out, and we're just going to focus on Kefla because we have Universe 6, right? The whole of Universe 6 is pretty much out. We got Hit, we got Kale, we got Vardos, we got Tech Kefla, the whole lot, right? But most impressive is we're going to have Kefla, STR Kefla. Now, when she came out, she was offensively decent. But yeah, I mean, she did open up with a new category of rapid growth, but boy, did she suck defensively. So let's see if this is going to shore her up. So in base previously, I mean, we still had like stats, right? So that's all great. It just seems like she just wasn't all that great, and she wasn't. So here we go now. So outside of the fact, by the way, we're going to have some slight increase to stats being as it's an easy A, right? Non-LRs, get that. So now we have key 1 200% to defense, which is a nice double amount. Looks like she gets 200% attack, an additional 100% defense on super attack. So there's all your attack, but your defense doubles, and that, so in a sense, that doubles this on super attack. Your super attack effect, 50% to attack, and that stacks, and you get a 30% defense for the turn. So you're greatly stacking attack. Bear in mind, you get 100% defense on what your start of turn is, plus you're also getting 30% on top of that. Now that's actually really good. With additional 150% attack and a 50% chance to dodge with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and that's pretty good. Now, that's not saying type key spheres, that's just any. So 2 in a rainbow could quite easily do that. So this is super easy. You have 50% chance to dodge and lots of ridiculous amounts of attack, and that's going to be pretty good. So I'm like greatly stacking attack with this and this. I mean, that's a huge amount of attack. Launch an additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres. Okay, fine. It's not as if she stacks defense, right? That's nice. If you did happen to get 6, that's fine. I feel like, again, it's better than the units that have 7, but it's not as good as the units that need 4 or 5. I mean, if it was just with, say, 4 key spheres or 5 key spheres, you'd probably be looking great. This, I mean, it's nice. I mean, to be fair, though, she'd be hitting hard. With the increase of attack stats, the increase of attack, this as well, right? As well, she greatly stacks attack because I mean, this is what she had prior. We're getting massive amounts of attack now. Then yeah. And by the way, she hasn't even transformed in this. So then we do transform upon the third turn. I believe it's the third turn. Third turn, and then from there and afterwards, we do actually get a transformation. Honestly, she's really good in this form. Let's have a look. So coming in at 55%, should you actually have this girl, coming in at 11,200 defense and a rather strong 17,500 attack. That's actually really good. Hell, if you had her with one dupe, nearly 20,000 attack. Honestly, she's going to be she's going to be a monster. Right, she's going to be punching way above her caliber. 12,500 defense is actually really good. And should you go for the rainbow, 21,000 attack and nearly 14,000 defense, that puts her in LR territory, just as an idea. But even coming in at 55%, we're still rocking her an awful lot of attack and a respectable defense. I like this girl, right? I mean, she greatly stacks attack. So by the time you hit that third turn, if you do have them on rotation, she's going to build up quite a few stacks. If you do happen to get this plus hidden potential system, honestly, she's probably going to be putting out like 6 million, 7 million, 55%. Anyway, from the third turn, we end up with this, right? So, wow, look at the jump. So now it goes to 2 key, 250% defense. So we get an extra key and we get 50% defense. Honestly, that's more than you think. Because we're on she has a 200% lead, but because we're on at least a 170, having an additional 50% on top of the Easy A stats is what's really doing it. Because it's the Easy A stats which are making that extra 50% nice. Attack 250% and still an extra 100% defense on super attack. So you're getting 100% attack. That's pretty mental. Oh no, 50% attack. Again, 50% attack on this, which again, based on easy A's and the fact that you greatly stack, Wow. Super attack effect appears to be the same. You now greatly lower enemy defense. Fine. That means every next hit and normals could be more impactful, but she still greatly stacks, and she still has defense for the turn, 30% raise. We still get 150% attack and a 50% chance to dodge with two or more key spheres obtained. This is good. Like two, how easy is it to get two? It's almost impossible to get two. You have to intentionally sabotage yourself to get two, and even then, it's not going to happen, dude. She's going to be hitting. I mean, like this, she's going to be. I mean, the dodge is nice. I wouldn't chance it. It's still a 50-50. There are a lot of units with 50-50, bear that in mind. But really, it's the attack and how easy it is. The extra 2 key at the start is actually really nice, same as the +1, because at least from then you actually are able to give her a chance when she's not with a Universe 6. That's pretty good. An additional 50% defense with 4 more key spheres obtained. That's good because it could be with this. It could be like 5 or 6, and I feel like 4 is probably is like the maximum of the most comfortable time. So the most comfortable orbs you can get. So I feel like that's good. Like time versus orbs. And still additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres. So that's pretty good. Honestly, she's just a little bit better, right? The extra key, the extra stats on an easy A stance, they all add up, right? And she's going to be absolutely berserk. What I like about this is that this helps show her up, because what you've noticed on this is, I don't actually know what the next one is, and I presume it's similar. There's no Universe 6 or other Kaelin Keflas that need to be on this. So she's a standalone Universe 6 unit, which does not require other Peppy Gals or other Universe 6. So she can hold her own. So from the next attacking turn, which is like turn somewhere between 6 and 7, pending on rotation, here we go. So it looks like it's just an eked out a bit more. 3 key 260% defense. Just that extra. I think honestly the key is probably going to help out the most rather than 10%. So attack 260%, defense 120% on super. So you do actually get a little bit extra on super. Your super attack effect is you still greatly stack attack, and now you massively lower enemy defense. Okay, so again, that's like a 30% debuff for several turns. You have a 50% chance to dodge flat out. You get an additional 160% attack and 60% defense with 2 or more key spheres obtained. So again, just cranking it up just a little bit. An additional super attack with 4 key spheres. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking like 4 is like the comfortable versus time and orbs. That 4 is really nice. Another additional super attack. Wow, it's 2 additional super attacks guaranteed, and a chance to crit, and a chance to dodge, plus 20% with 6 or more key spheres. So if you do get this, I mean, this is basically normal. But then there's this. Oof, wow. So she still gets defense. Wow. I mean, looking at it, she seems incredibly impressive, right? Just all these numbers. She gets a ridiculous amount of attack on super attack. Realistically, if you went for additionals, I mean, I could see that, but honestly, I'd probably just go for crits and maybe even dodge, because she has not just additional attacks, but additional super attacks. And because she lowers the enemy defense, that allows you to hit more impactfully. If you were to do crits on these, it would just mean that even her normal blows, as well as lowering the enemy defense, all combined, she'd actually hit fairly well. Could go for dodge. I mean, yeah, you could say that she has dodge built in, 50%. True, but if you had another, say, like a well invested in dodge, you'd have a 50%, plus then you'd have your own one procking in should you fail. And then you could have two, in essence, like you could have like a 50% and somewhere between 10 and 20%. Honestly, I reckon that's the way to go. You do not need additionals with this. Because honestly, what you're going to get with additionals? Well, additionals will allow you to greatly stack the attack. Yes, you do get 30% defense, granted. So is it worth having the additional extra little defense that you're going for? Or are you just going to go straight for like 10 million super attacks? Because honestly, at this point, she's easily putting out close to 8 million or 55%. 7 million. She has to. I mean, factoring in links, mind you. Because, I mean, then we turn into links. We have like 15% attack. We have more attack than we have more attack and defense. 10% on super attack. There's more stats, way more stats, and a massive amount of stats. So I mean, between Fierce Battle and Super Saiyan, you're looking at nearly 40% is stats. Well, to attack, that's pretty ridiculous. She has an active skill in this particular form as well. It looks like when there's a pure universal Pure Saiyan or TOP Saga, and physical to STR, and she's super effective for the turn. So that's just like a one-hitter quitter. If on paper she looks good, like say she has like a high start of turn defense, I mean, it's doable. If you can get a fair few orbs, she could potentially heal. That could be nice. Now, I feel like, I mean, she already has a lot of key going for her, right? She has 3 key here, along with 6 from the category. So you're already looking at 9 key. And then, of course, on here we have Battlefield Diva, which is fairly common if you're going to run this girl, because you will have her alongside another Universe 6 girl. So that's going to be auto super. Hell, even if you had her on this one, right, you got your 6 plus this if she's 7. I mean, this will put it to 9. I mean, you could get out like even this Tournament of Power. I mean, that will auto super. So I feel like then, you're probably doing okay. She's, it's nice, but I don't think you're going to struggle too much per se. So plenty of attack. So she's definitely going to be hitting way harder. I like how you don't have to rely on any other Universe 6, which is really nice. But yes, so she's going to be good on TOP, Peppy Gals, Super Saiyan 2. That in particular could be good. Peppy Gals could be good. Power Beyond, Patara gets a nice buff because you will be able to get stuff like Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, Power Bestowed by God. You can trigger that. So what's that? Attack, key attack and defense, and plenty of attack basically, and a little bit of key. Transformation boost, Fuse Fighters, full power, rapid growth. Yeah, okay, a nice one there. Time limit, it gets a nice one. Universe 6 is probably a massive help. Super bosses, interesting. She might just be the only super class in this. Now, it's funny how she's a super boss. I didn't think she's powerful, don't get me wrong. She could probably give Black a run for her money. But I just don't think she's on. So I don't think she belongs on Super Bosses. We only see her for like 5 minutes. Tournament participants, accelerated battle. Okay, so one of the ones that stand out the most is you got Universe 6, Time Limit, Rapid Growth, Full Power, Patara, Peppy Gal, Super Saiyan 2, all of the teams that have been neglected a bit, or they have a little bit of there's just not enough of a roster to be comfortable with just slapping together a bunch of people. Like Super Saiyan 2 is on the small side. There's plenty of easy A's, but they're on the small side. Like Patara, potentially he's got the most powerful team on there, right? I mean, because we're talking the Power Beyond Super Saiyan Vegito Blue would be on Patara, but if you don't have him, yeah, you've got the 3rd anniversaries. But again, it's all LR top heavy. Time limit could be good. Rapid growth. I mean, honestly, was it rapid growth? Or it might have been exploding rage, or it might have been both of them for the ESBR. Absolutely painful. So that'll be a nice video to do actually. But nonetheless, seems good. I mean, hell, even the base form, really, really nice, which is pretty good. It's a nice 30 stones, 34 if you do the missions. Just altogether, she's just well built. But again, it seems nice. But let's see what she's like in the real deal, right? So again, it's all nice seeing 260% attack, extra defense on super attack. You get stats on super attack. It's all nice. But let's actually wait and see what she actually looks like. But anyway, that's STR Kefla. There's actually plenty to do, and no doubt that the rest will be a sub-easy A. So get grinding this girl's easy A because you're going to be needing it. But yes, you let me know what you think. If she's great or if she's not. But she's definitely well-deserved. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, fantastic. And if you didn't, well, that sucks to be you. But thank you, and bye-bye.